Welcome to the ComicFest 2017.
Alright everyone, we're here at ComicFest 2017, right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And guess what? We're here with an artist named Ryan James. Ryan, how are you doing today?
Good. I had a cup of coffee. I need that because I did not sleep that much. I stayed up a bit too late playing Overwatch last night. So
there you go, a very, very truthful answer from our friend. Well, for those of you who don't know, Mr. Ryan is a fantastic illustrator and artist, and we will show some of his works here. He has studied abroad, and he has involved himself in advertising here in Trinidad, as well as other things. Yes, right. So can you please tell viewers who probably are not aware of your background a little bit about your past, probably?
Well, I went to the SCAD, which is the Savannah College of Art and Design. In 2007, I studied there for 4 years in my bachelor's in illustration. I then came back home and I took several courses in the Oatley Academy, which is an online art school for visual storytelling. There I learned, I tailored my art more towards, I guess, digital painting in its truest sense, which is like visual storytelling for visual development and concept art for games and animation. That's kind of where I'm gearing my work towards. Aside from that, I learned a lot of valuable things that I use every day in storyboarding for local advertising and personal projects. I work with a lot of independent publishers and commissions online and that sort of thing, and so far things are working out pretty well. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, now I have read that you have released your own book that was called The Tale of the Forest Guardians. Do you want to just let us know a little bit about that experience of it too, of making it?
Wow, okay, so well, that idea started in, I was in university at the time, and we had to do a book assignment, and the course really called for just to design a book using some story that exists already. Me being the overachiever, I wanted to do my own story, so I wanted to write my own story and illustrate my own story. I didn't have enough time for any of those things, and so I came up with a quick story based on our local folklore, which was Papa Boa and Mama Glow. And I wanted to tell kind of like the origin story. You know, back in the day, origin stories was like the thing. So I wanted to do like origin story of Papa Boa and Mama Glow. So I came up with something, illustrated it very like minimalistically, like almost like cave paintings kind of thing. And you know, it wasn't even ready for class. Like I don't think I finished it in class. And after that class, I came home and I actually refined it. I think 3 times. The book went through like 3 different iterations before I landed on what it looks like today. And yeah, like I it was fun, but it was very challenging, and it took a while to finish, and I'm pretty happy with it right now. Yeah.
Well, you said 2 magic words there. You said fun and challenging, and generally in this journey as artists, we come in contact with those 2 things. You have had experience away, and here locally, there are many challenges. Would you like to probably let people know before they come into that field? Because there are a lot of up-and-coming artists who are interested in walking the same path to some degree.
I will say this right off the bat. Being a good artist, or the skills required to be a good artist, is not something that is just given to you by God. Like, there's probably the passion for it is probably the only thing that some people might have more than other people. But to be a good artist, it's practice, it's determination. You have to work hard, and everybody here, like a lot of these artists, will tell you that it's more hard work and sacrifice than God-given talent. You know, like if you look at my old drawings, they look like crap to me. You know, and like I would say that like I've seen like budding artists who feel like they can't make it, and I would see their drawings at the age when I was drawing, and it looks the same. Like our art looks the same at the same age, you know, and it's just time and focus and all that sort of thing.
Okay, well, where the working world is concerned, a lot of parents, well, they have a big say in where their kids go and looking out for the future of the kids. Would you like to comment a little on that, on the industry to some degree? Because it's local and a lot of people want to know.
Yeah.
The goods and the bads.
Sure. So, like, I went to university, like I said, and the trick with university is that the university sells themselves basically on these special cases. So they would say that, 5 of our top students made it into Disney or Nickelodeon, that sort of thing. And that is a very rare occurrence. Very, very, very rarely will you get a job at a big studio right out of university. Like, it just doesn't happen that often. And the majority of the graduates have to work very hard to get to where they are. Like, one of my professors said that aside from these few special cases, you don't start off in Disney. You end up in Disney. Like when you're like good in your 50s and you've been doing this for like 30-something years and that sort of thing. Very, very special cases you might get in straight out of university. But the majority of artists who work in those big studios, they had to work to get there, you know? And like a lot of the times too, there's a big trend right now where a lot of artists are just working for themselves. People are leaving those big studios, Disney, DreamWorks, and that sort of thing, to do their own stories, to do their own short animations, to do their own comics, to do their own storybooks, because they have more control over the work as an artist. You know, when you're working for a studio, it's the studio's in charge of everything. So it's very rarely do you have final say in a lot of the projects we're working on. And now I'm not bashing studio. I don't have a lot of studio experience, something I would want, but that's just it. It's like an experience, and you learn from it. You produce something for the studio, and you take that knowledge and you apply it to your own work. And the thing now with like education, if you go back to that, there's a lot of online schooling. Like if you can't afford university to go to art university, that's not it. It's not the end of your story. There's a lot of online schools. Like I said, I went to the Oatley Academy, which is an online school, and very, very affordable. And you're learning tailor-made courses towards what you want to do. So, like, I want to do visual development, concept art. The courses that I took were geared towards that, and it was taught by a former Disney concept artist, Chris Oatley. He worked at Disney. He's one of the artists I talk about that left to do their thing. He wanted to start his own school. So he started his own school. And, with the media nowadays, with the internet, both the internet, everything, the world is so much smaller. It's so much easier to do these things,
Now, you talk about the internet. Have you been involved in Patreon to some degree? And what is your outlook on using the internet as a means to further yourself, spread your name, so to speak?
I think the internet is great. If you're a budding artist, you need to have a blog. I just got on Instagram because I was told to get on Instagram, so I now have an Instagram. You have to be on social media. You have to be pushing your work out there. You have to get your work in front of as many eyes as possible. There's a fair that I've talked to, like even artists my age. It's like, I don't want to put my stuff on the internet because people are going to steal it and use it for money. Like, no, they're not. They're not going to steal your shit. They're not going to monetize your art. I'll tell you what though, the community is so small and the internet has made the world so much smaller that if someone steals your work and uses it, you're going to find out probably the day after. Because someone's going to see it, they're going to be like, yo, they're using your art, and then you're going to see it. And if you can't sue them, you can like turn so many people away from the company or whatever they're doing by just saying that, yo, these guys are stealing my work, don't support them. And it's to their detriment. The companies or whoever is stealing your work, you know. And then there was a special case that happened in university where one of my professors got her work stolen from a student in a different university and was trying to pass off my professor's work as their assignment. And my professor contacted the school. They failed. And what happens when you do stuff like that is you get blacklisted in the industry for a certain amount of years. I think it's like 5 years or something like that, where people would just like not hire you to do anything because you were like dishonest and this thing. Like the bigger the press, the badder it is for you. So I feel like a lot of people like don't steal that much, and if the people are stealing, they probably don't know enough to know that this is a bad idea. You know, like yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. It's Ryan James. Is there any last comments you'd like to make to Trinidad, to the world? And where can we find you online?
Yeah, okay, well, first of all, if you're in Trinidad, if you're local, I found that, like, when I came back here, I was a bit down because I was like, oh man, I'm not in America, this is it, it's over for me. But I found that, again, with the power of the internet, power of social media, it's not over depending on where you are. Like, it's probably even better for you now because you live in Trinidad, our standard of living is lower, like it doesn't cost that much as it would in like New York and LA. And you can do all the things that you would do up there, down here, and it'll be on the internet. The same people are literally seeing it, you know? It's all about how you market yourself and that sort of thing. So you guys could find me on Facebook at Ryan James Art. I'm on Instagram, ryanjames.art. And yeah, I'm on Tumblr as well. Same thing, Ryan James Art. Everything is just Ryan James, everything.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an honor, and we're so great to have you back here in the country. Thank you. There you have it, guys. ComicFest 2017 with Ryan James.